Beauty is a word we learn, and it echoes in our world's narrow mold, making and breaking our ideas of worth. But we are also human, bold and brilliant, and we will rise from the ashes of our doubt to wield our differences not as a weakness, but as swords. To take our beauty back.
Just popping up here on the screen is the judging criteria. And where surfers reach the lineup at the same time, priority would go to the surfer who did not have the last priority. You can read that there as it pops up on the screen. But, you know, the judging criteria is very unique to this event. And the surfers got to be well-versed on it because they'll be judged on these things. They could lose points. They could get interferences. They could ruin their heat if they don't know this criteria.
Very true. There's a roadmap for success, and every athlete, it's their responsibility to know how to get to the winner's circle and to have their best performance, to not interfere with the other surfers in the lineup. And here we go with our 3-4-man priority system that we're implementing at this event. The surfers reach the lineup at the same time. Priority would go to the surfer who did not have last priority. So it's sort of that round-robin sort of effect. The surfer that last rode the wave can't just shoot right back out and get priority. It'll go to that surfer that's in the next in line. Once a ride has been caught, then all the remaining riders will share equal priority.
Yeah, that's right. Well, as we see here, we've got the general rules popping up here on the screen. You know, that's kind of outlining as well all our different categories. That's what makes this event so unique. We're not seeing the same surfers go up against each other. Such a diverse. It's really like 4 or 5 or 6 mini contests inside a contest. Everybody fighting for them to be the champion of their division, and it's really cool. You get to see all the world's best from each of these divisions. Take it to the water here in La Jolla.
Again, our social media, we want to hear from you. Facebook, Instagram.
That's right. We invite you to stay social.
Yes.
And, you know, we'd also like to give a big thanks, you know, Chins. Looking south here, the coastline is so unique here as the sand literally just ends in cliff. You can't walk on the beach any longer without being in the water, and just such a cool coastline to be down here in the La Jolla area. La Jolla Shores, La Jolla Cove, full of life.
Take the win here.
Here we go. We have a paddle happen here. Unfortunately, unable to get that was our surfer in white, Daniel Neal of South Africa. Basically like a jet ski in any other event. Just in case, as we see a surfer in white coming close to our other competitor there, but it might be just be as we see here, surfer Danielle Nell, South Africa, unable to squeeze into that one. Still looking for a bit of momentum as he's back out the back. We're so blessed to have those super skilled judges. They spent the whole year, as we see, great drone angle there, but unable to get to the flats was that Danielle Nell of South Africa. But a big shout out to South Africa. It's still early morning. Simon Salazar, what's going on down on the beach, Simon?
The Spanish there for sure.
Oh, we've got an adaptive athlete here. He's a little older in years. Here's the boxer, still powering through. I was told by somebody else that's a good way to.
They told you to follow the in crowd, but you are not a follower. You are the out crowd, the outlandish, the outspoken, the outliers, the outsiders. You know that adventure is not for the full-bellied. You are still hungry. We told you to follow the road less traveled, but you are not a follower. You abandon the straight and narrow. You find a different route. Normal is not your burden. You don't just take the risk. You are the risk. You stand tall. You stand out. You stand with us.
In 1912, the Hawaiian father of modern-day surfing, Duke Kahanamoku, expressed a dream that his beloved surfing could one day become an Olympic sport. As the world governing body of surfing recognized by the International Olympic Committee, the ISA made pursuing the Duke's dream part of its mission. In August 2016, the ISA made the dream come true, successfully lobbying to include surfing in the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Since 1964, the ISA has been working to create a better world through surfing by crowning world champions, awarding scholarships, instructor certification courses, adaptive surfing championships, and spreading the sport to all continents through their 101 member nations and counting. The ISA will continue to use surfing to change the world, one surfer at a time, through Tokyo 2020 and beyond.
In the water, in yellow, we have Eric Darjan of France. From Brazil in red, we have El Chino Neto. From South Africa, we got Tyler Pike.
And then it's really fast, too. The waves right now, yeah, it's
camera sometime.
I think that's true of, most of the Aussie team, is that they don't take themselves too seriously. Kind of stalled mid-range, but it was a fun time. It's always a great contest. The people are phenomenal, and yeah, man, no complaints.
Yeah, the integration was cool for me to see that you walk down the same path. The guys got you into the water, and it was just the camaraderie and the friendship of surfing and surfers.
Absolutely, and I think that's something.
They want to win, right? They want to bring gold back home, and here we go. We've got a surfer in white here, Caleb Swanepoel of South Africa.
Such a good wave over there.
Look at him claiming it.
And she has been encouraging a lot of competitors for a long time. Ooh, as we see right now, that was a competitor in white.
Any bird from the United States. As we see here, stance replay, bringing it in. Surfer in red, coming unglued there. That was from a previous wave. And here's second to last wave of white. South African surfer giving a bit of a hey to his fans on the beach.
But look at this. So white took off, and then red just managed to sneak a turn behind him. Dove his nose, but let's say, unfortunately, all the control that they have with these boards.
That's right. As we see here, red having a sniff at that one, but South African surfer,
oh,
getting the go again. We're going to humping at the moment. Look at the surfer in white on his backhand, dropping it late, but opting to...
I think they're having a great show today. They're holding...
You know how shallow it is. Up and riding, surfer in white, Caleb Swanepoel. That one committing to the drop.
This time I want to give it a shout out to the ISA because this time it's going to
turn touching the wave face with the paddle, you know, and one of the other surfers, and there are other surfers in your division that are opting to just do prone, but
In 1912, the Hawaiian father of modern-day surfing, Duke Kahanamoku, expressed a dream that his beloved surfing could one day become an Olympic sport. As the world governing body of surfing recognized by the International Olympic Committee, the ISA made pursuing the Duke's dream part of its mission. In August 2016, the ISA made the dream come true, successfully gliding to include surfing in the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Since 1964, the ISA has been working to create a better world through surfing by crowning world champions, awarding scholarships, instructor certification courses, adaptive surfing championships, and spreading the sport to all continents through their 101 member nations and counting. The ISA will continue to use surfing to change the world, one surfer at a time through Tokyo 2020 and beyond.
Those sets start to pull in again as we see the stance replay. Last of white, JP Veaudry of South Africa. Boom, wrapping it around. We saw JP last night at Duke's. A bit of a warm-up. Hashtag ISA Worlds, and we'll give you a shout back. We see Up and Riding, our surfer, in first place with a 7.0 already in his bag. Boom, completes the float two-wave maneuver, Switzerland and the Atlantic Ocean. So, but you know, that doesn't stop us. Anyone can surf, as we see Up and Riding. Big float the boat. The help they provide is huge, as we see our heat leader putting on a clinic. Going left here. Going around our surfer from JC's having a dig here. Looking. He's Up and Riding. He's going to pull into the pit. That's right. Let's have a little bit of a slow-mo replay here. Slow it right down as he puts that right arm, digs it in. Fully in the pit. Gets that vision. You know what? I'll fall 20 times. Many humans get to access, and adaptive surfers still have access to it.
Here we go. JP again gets a little cover up there as well. What a great performance here from JP to the ocean, and that's just how it works with surfing.
Well, here's that stalling wave setup. Kicks the tail, stalls out, puts the arm into drag, lowers the head, gets a little shampoo, nothing deep. But he just wanted that glide in the power pocket. He accomplished that.
Thank you so much at the booth. Right now, JP Veaudry, this guy from East London, South Africa, did an amazing job generating so much speed in these conditions. JP, congratulations. I really want to know, how do you prepare to this kind of waves, knowing that you come from a place that has really, really good waves?
Well, back home, as you know, we have good waves. My friends will tell you that I surfed every type of small wave that I could find. I looked for the smallest possible waves back home, and it was preparation. My friends didn't enjoy it, but thank you for surfing with me, and it was good preparation.
So do you think all that teamwork with your friends has been the key part of your surfing right now?
Yeah, most definitely. It's good to have you're back in the water. Your friends were like watching my waves, scoring me, just pushing me. Definitely in the smaller conditions, because as you know, this is my third time in a row, and it generally has been pretty small.
All right, at 5th place in the first year, at 3rd place in last year. What are your expectations for today, 2017?
Well, I need to beat my teammate Anthony Smyth, who was world champ last year. I'm going for gold.
All right, so this guy right here, he just had a great performance. So you're going to see him in the next round. So back to you guys in the booth. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys, in the booth right now with Mr. Pino, Roberto Pino, having a great performance. I'm gonna try to speak a little bit of Portuguese or Portuñol, let's say. And Roberto, como foi para você vir para cá para representar no Brasil no primeiro mundial adaptado?
Foi maravilhoso. Essa é a minha primeira participação internacional. Eu sou competidor lá na minha terra, no Brasil. Eu sou o único com nanismo. E agora estou competindo de igual para igual aqui na Califórnia. Então estou muito feliz de estar aqui.
Here, it's his first time competing outside of Brazil, so he's pretty stoked to represent his country. And actually, this guy, I can tell he's going to have a great performance. Roberto, how did you find those waves? ¿Cómo conseguiu pegar nessa onda lá?
O mar tá meio devagar, mas quando vem a série é uma, duas ondas de séries. Aí eu esperei o adversário pegar a primeira e eu peguei a segunda de trás. E eu vi que ia rolar um tubo. Aí botei pra dentro e sabia que ele ia fechar. Então eu tive que pegar o tubo e sair logo, porque senão eu ia cair na onda. Então, para fazer nota, para me classificar.
Ok.
Bonjour. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous enseigner quelque chose sur les noix de coco. J'adore les noix de coco. Et maintenant, on en fait un superbe tissu que Wisla utilise dans ses nouveaux shorts de bain.
You're going to be a
pro,
a whiz kid on naming countries by their flags, as we see surfer in water.
Have kind of planted that seed, hoping it to grow. Here goes Anthony. Here we go.
All
Got
right.
Anton from South Africa.
Boom! Look at that flow.
Float the boat.
Well, we can see why he is heat with 2 5s. It doesn't guarantee that you've made it to the next round, as we see the stance replay here of Anthony Smyth floating the boat with speed. You know, when I do a floater, I just it's all nice and slow.
Okay, right now, Anthony Smyth, the last hit winner, having a great chance. Anthony, I want you to tell everyone, I know it's a secret because you have to keep it like that, but tell us a little bit about your strategy to get good waves out here on the Hoya shores.
Yeah, I think to try and get a good wave early on helps me a lot. So strategy is to try and get one good wave under the belt, even if it's not the best wave, just to create something to build on, to get rid of the nerves, because I get so nervous.
I bet. This is your third year. First year you got second, right? Last year you got the gold medal. So how does it feel to be here, being the defending champ, and you know, like how's that on your shoulders?
Yeah, I like it. I'd like to do it again. Maybe next year come also again with under my shoulders. But it's a good feeling to come back knowing that you are the champ and to defend your title. In a way, it's more stressful, but also you've got a world championship, so you know what it feels like. And you know, I've forgotten what I wanted to say.
It's fine, no worries. Anthony, one more thing. I want you to show us a little bit your board and tell us a little bit about your equipment. I can hold it for you, and you can tell us a little bit.
It's an ordinary board, normal short board. It's 5'9". It's got a little bit more weight, a little bit more volume, so I can pedal. This dent comes from me when I stand up. I'm short on this side, so my knee hits here.
You want to hold this for me?
Sure. So that dent there comes from me standing up, and my knee hits it every time. And at the same time, it makes space for my knee to come through when I stand up. So I guess that's the only adaptation that I have on my board, and it comes by.
Okay, so you're the new interviewer? Are you interviewing me?
Yeah, hi. I'll leave that to you.
Thank you so much, Anthony. And last but not least, I want you to tell everyone back in South Africa, how do you feel being here? Send greetings back home.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thanks for your support. You all know your names, all my friends, the people that supported me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and let's hope we can bring back gold.
Okay, just be careful. I know I gold medal. Maybe. Back to you guys in the booth. Good job.
Great interview there, Simone. Thanks so much. There's all kinds of entertainment and things for the athletes in there just to get warm, change into their wetsuits, change out of their wetsuits, do all that they need to do to prepare for the contest. Again, these are hardcore competitors. They're here to win, they're here to represent their country, and they're here to bring back those gold medals and make sure that everyone knows that their country was the best in the world this year.
You can see down there the beach marshals tents, the two blue tents right at the bottom of the judging towers. To the left of that is a big board that is stapled all the results and the upcoming heats. So the athletes and coaches, they're on it. You can see them there this morning, getting down there and checking out when their athletes are surfing next.
Appreciate that great interview and the passion of Brazil. Brazil, always a powerhouse in surfing, and of course with the Rio Paralympic Games there a few years ago. Just a great representation here. Up and riding, Anthony Smyth from South Africa. He's had a couple waves on the board already, and I had a chat with Anthony this morning at the hotel as we were leaving. And
for the Australian, that's going to go better than his .50. Here's a replay of Anthony Smyth's last wave, and I can venture to say just from that one float, and he does this another little float here, doesn't really complete it. Oh, that was earlier. That was a 383, and here is 517, his last wave. You can see here, nice little flow here, flows it right through to the inside, and has a nice finish in the shore break, taps it. Welcome back, everyone. Stu Johnson here with John Davis. Action is on here. We're right into this next heat in the water from South Africa. JP Veaudry up against surfer Dylan Bernales of Chile, and stance replay here coming up for our surfer in red. This was during the break. JP Veaudry of South Africa. He had a
foremost on their mind as we get a dig here in surfer in red. JP Veaudry again. Let's see what he gets up to here. Off the top, back into the whitewash. He's just going to be a quick up and out.
Went down during the break, as we say, JP, South African. Just a little tap there off the lid there of that last wave. And here on the backhand as well for JP. Yeah, coming back to that section, unable. Him just cruising on that wave. As we see JP getting a little vertical tap.
Looks like he's going to try to sneak a corner here. Up and riding. Up. He's going to take a wipe out there and wait for that.
And good to have him here as we see JP Veaudry.
That are out there that are really working with these athletes, and thank you to all the shapers out there for your time and effort into working with the
Athletes Foundation. As we see up and riding, look at this wave. That's JP Veaudry, looking last heat winner. Who do you got?
Hey Sue, thank you so much. Right here I'm with JP Veaudry from East London, South Africa, who just did a great performance out there, but he was complaining, great surface, like the second time here, but I want you to tell us, how does it feel to be here in San Diego? How do you like San Diego?
As a country, it's great. It's awesome. People are great. Waves need a bit of work, but maybe I need a bit of work.
Maybe what is the best thing that you've seen in this event?
Just the team spirits. It's so great to see every country pulling together, and the teams. And it's also nice to know that you're not the only one. Back home there's not many adaptive surfers like myself. We're trying to grow it, obviously, like every country is. But it's just nice to see that each country has a bunch of guys just like yourself.
It's awesome. And one more thing, how do you help the community back in South Africa to develop this movement in your city, maybe?
Yeah, it's creating awareness mainly, and events like this will do that. I've just qualified for my level 1 ISA accredited coaching course, so that's my plan. I want to coach guys like me.
That's awesome. So it's like a great work trying to beat all these guys, getting a gold medal for the first time. We talked yesterday about your last performances, and you came here with all the preparation, and I want to talk about one really important thing, your board. How do you work with your board to these kind of conditions and for your style of surfing?
Yeah, it's coming on to 8 years now. I've spent a lot of time with Clayton. His guys designs my boards and makes them. And yeah, it's my back foot. I don't know if you guys can see it. So it is my back foot, and I realized that I don't have a lot of power in my back foot. So we sort of trimmed the tail down so I could maneuver it a bit better. It's definitely work in progress, but I seem to be on the right track.
That's awesome, and yeah, we saw that actually. You've been doing great, and actually we're stoked to see you in the next round. You made your first heat with a better score than this one, so you can tell you can tell guys more about how it works with the punctuation and everything. And thank you so much too. JP, do you wanna send some words to the people back home?
Yeah, my wife and daughter probably watching this now. Love you guys, and thank you to my sponsors. Thank you.
All right, back to you guys in the booth.
Just having a great bottom turn. I don't know if you had the chance, but I'm going to show you right now because you just told me that you're the ghost from Instagram. But like yesterday in the ISA surfing, the Instagram from the International Surfing Association, we had a really nice picture from Freddie just having a bottom turn. Look at that. It's going to take him super far.
You got it. Here we go in yellow up and riding here. Albert Rust from South Africa. You see the flag flying on the bottom of his board there. Nice cutback, nice show of control on those rails. Takes it up on the beach right to where his catcher team is waiting for him.
Quando eu vou para a bateria, a maior nota possível que eu quero tirar. A onda com maior performance e que eu faça mais manobra, que seja uma onda grande e a maior nota possível.
E o valor? Fala em inglês aí. O valor que você quer? 10. You're going for the 10.
Yes, he said he wants the biggest one so he can perform more maneuvers and go straight from the outside to inside. Make the maximum score always.
The sand, just the compactness of it, it's quite easy to roll on. So personally, I'm looking forward to getting out in the waves in a couple of hours' time.
So a couple hours, your first surf session back.
You bet.
If someone ends up picking this off,
They might all get
it. Go ahead and call this one, Dwayne. We have yellow up and riding here. Down the line.
Looks like white's falling out the back.
White's a little bit out the back.
Many challenges that the games face, but we're seeing it particularly with some of the transportation, ticket sales. In fairness, the organising committee is, they are committed. They are working hard to change, and it's not that our athletes compete to drive social change. It's a byproduct of what they do because the rest of the world sees what they do and understands.
Now let us begin the Sands of the World ceremony. We will call on the countries to come to the stage and bring with them their flag and sand from their local beach. The sand from each country will be placed in the container on the stage to symbolize the peaceful gathering of nations through the love of surfing.
It is my highest honor, my immense pleasure to declare officially open the 2017 Stance ISA World Adaptive Surfing Championship!
There is one of our athletes who opts not to wear a prosthetic during a heat and with that fixed knee. And we're going to see her come up shortly battling with the boys. Down on the beach, we've got an interview. Take it away. Remaining here as we see a nice set coming in. beautiful weather here. This time of year, it doesn't get too hot, so we don't get a lot of onshore breeze. But for a competition, Kyla, it's so nice to not have the choppy, windy conditions.
It's so nice out right now.
So what's your favorite thing to do competitive-wise, or keep yourself blood moving? If you're not a great surfer, what keeps you active?
I like lifting weights in the gym, and basketball and soccer are my two main sports that I've played all throughout my life. So
We're here to keep us safe and keep everybody in the water stoked and ready for their heat.
Well, here is our surfer in white from South Water as well, and perhaps get to her feet, and she does.
She's just going to take this in, kind of ride it for as far as she can into the shore, show control to the judges, and balance, and step off on the beach.
And every year, Andy Davis is providing beautiful custom artwork for this event. It's his third time running. And it's cool that it's that AS5 division getting the
ephemeral feeling when he did that and had that just stoke.
Well, having the stoke here is Uchida. She has a pair of 6s in this heat right now, a 6.17 and a 6. Those are I have to look at her scores from yesterday. She had a 6.67 yesterday, so she's yet to top that. So as we see here, Grace Anderson from South Africa coming unglued, losing a bit of her momentum.
Another great opportunity, and here we have our surfer from South Africa up and riding. Grace, great form, great style, great balance.
She picturesque. She eyeballs that, she smiles as she hears the horn, but she's still going to get up. Doing this for her country, doing this for her family and herself. That is Grace Anderson.
Grace Anderson, this beautiful girl right here, just won her first heat in the women's division. We saw, the evolution of this event, but for her, it's the first time of being in this, awesome environment. So I want you to tell everyone, how is it with you to be here, surrounded with all of these awesome people?
I think it's just been an absolutely amazing experience meeting all these inspiring people and just being able to get in the water with people who love it as much as I do.
A surfer is always a surfer, and I always share that feeling. I want you to tell everyone to share that feeling, but from your deep inside. When you caught the first wave, I want you to share everyone, how did you feel when you just caught that wave and you knew at that moment that you just wanted to do this forever?
I think it's just really freeing. It's sort of, you get up there and you feel like you're absolutely weightless, and it's just really cool.
Alright, so South Africa has 11 languages, and this woman right here, she speaks 10. So now, no, I'm just kidding, but which language do you speak?
English and Afrikaans, and then I can understand Xhosa.
Wow. I want you to send greetings in Africa.
Pardon?
I want you to say greetings to the people in South Africa in Africa.
Goeiemorgen.
What does that mean? Alright, so good morning to everyone right here having a great time with the South African team.
Thank you, Stu. Oh my God, that love. It's using a regular shortboard and with a different stance.
Got you. Well, it turns out Stu Johnson down on the beach has got
JP Veaudry on the go here.
Look at this from South Africa, from East London, South Africa, just having a great performance through.
What's going on down here as we see Veaudry down the line, taps the lid on that one, throws a little
attention that JP Veaudry answers to that exchange from Candido Itu, but we saw on the screen. Oh yeah, okay.
And here we go back here on the beach. We have that last heat, the
Con division, so it's amazing how they've been working hard every single time to have.
While she's working with more professional shapers to make a new wave ski. Guys, thank you so much. Down here on the beach with JP Veaudry from South Africa, advancing again into the semifinals of AS1. And speaking with JP a little bit about, what's going on with his prosthetic. I couldn't
couldn't tell, honestly. He wears his prosthetic so well, surfs so well. I'm like, where is that guy's challenge? I don't see the amputee. He surfs super good, and it's here on his right leg, below the knee. And speaking, JP, specifically about your prosthetic, tell us a little bit about the development of it, what makes it unique, and how you prepare for a heat with that.
Yeah, well, it's nearly 8 years in progress now. It's always developing, adapting, as we say. I designed this a long time ago with students in Long Beach, and it's all about creating something that suits your style of surfing. This happens to be my back leg, so it's got a very unique angle to it. I've been playing around with the rock of it, the amount of traction, the amount of flex, and all that sort of thing. It's work in progress. There's no right or wrong.
Right, so as far as your satisfaction level with the performance of the prosthetic this year, are you more satisfied than last year, and do you want to change it going into next year?
As long as I'm winning, I'll keep it going. I'll keep this one. There's always a challenge to make it lighter and lighter and lighter. We're busy looking at 3D printers at the moment. That can be quite exciting. The future looks good.
That's right. Well, we're going to start this next heat. There's going to be another horn, guys. But look, he keeps on winning. He's not going to change something that's broken. And JP Veaudry, he took third last year. He's got one goal on his mind. What is that? What color is that medal going to be?
It's shiny. It's gold.
Love the energy from this South Africa.
You're dreaming that you could be here, and if you can, please get down here to see our first surfer.
One more voice just screaming because of your Team Fellas wave, always gonna help out. So that's what everyone. That's what we want to show. That's why we are here talking endless days. Just kidding. Today's gonna be a little shorter, but that's why we're here. Just giving them the chance to, that exposure. We're just the channel. We don't have anything to do. They're doing their job, and because of that, they are here already representing their countries, and they're already. The waves are way, way better than last year, because that was one of the facts. Everyone was really stoked about the contest, but always the waves are a point to talk for some of the athletes. The waves are not that good. On sandals, I think Stu's in the right spot.
Stu's got the good vibe going. As you see, Smyth
in the middle of the wave, and looks like South African Anthony Smyth got a really good open face wave. Oh my God. Yeah, this is going to be really hard. This is going to be a really crazy point. Just being able to perform. Oh, look at that.
Great drone shot there, Simone. A great off the top from Smyth. I think you're routinely cruising along as we go to our stance replay. Here's Red Smyth. Nice drop in, throws it up on the lip. Here's a front angle for you, and comes down perfectly. Great claim from.
So hey, almost 200% of increase of the participants for next year. So hey, that commitment of the private companies is what we need, so this sport can keep growing the way that's been growing. Also, thank you for Vizsla. Thank you to Vizsla being the presented this event, and the city of San Diego. Also to Challenge Athletes Foundation for always supporting this event and supporting all these athletes. Here to my side is John, as we see right.
Thanks so much. Stu down here with Anthony Smyth, our past gold medalist in this division. And Anthony getting through another quarterfinal, winning that. I believe that was the last quarterfinal of that division. So you're into the semis. This is familiar territory for you. How does that feel to get that checked off the box?
I'm always relieved to get through. It so happened that this first semi-final now is a pretty tough one with Mike Coots and my teammate JP. So it's bittersweet, but obviously it feels really good to get through.
Yeah, well, talking to you just earlier, Anthony, we got to hear about a bit of the programs you have going on at home, because at the moment there's not a lot of challengers to kind of represent South Africa. You guys have a pretty good team that comes, but you guys are focusing on the grassroots programs. Tell us a bit about what you guys have going on back home.
Well, we were inspired by the ISA's, these clinics that you see here at the World Champs and others with the health host about challenge athletes. And so we started putting on our own events and clinics. And we've got a big pool of probably 30 or so surfers who never really surfed before. So so they were disabled first and then started serving. And our hope is that they will then progress, fall in love with sport, and we'll see them at these champs in the future. That's what it's about.
That's fantastic. Well, is there anybody else you want to thank before we send it back to the boys?
Yeah, there is. I have a brother-in-law. He's got a real good head for competition, a good tennis player, cricket player, and he's on WhatsApp with me, and he's giving me these little nuggets of emotional support. So thanks, Brian.
Semi-final number 2, up and riding. We have Yellow here. Smyth from South Africa caught up on everyone in this heat. We'll first start with a replay here of Smyth's wave. That was his first wave. There, a quick up and out. Here we have our surfer in red. And here we have our surfer in white, Mike Coos from Hawaii, with a great bottom turn off the top, gets caught up in the seaweed monster there and goes down. Roberto Pino always hunting the barrel. What has he got for us here? He sets it up, comes off the bottom, lays into it, and unfortunately goes down as well. That inside section.
The window is still pretty open right here. Look at this guy from South Africa doing a nice floater. Look at that! Falling up from the sky. That was amazing.
Evening, night in the synagogue here in Chabad Center of University City. And this is, I put like a talit.
Final, you're going to be meeting the top 2 guys who are in this heat, so you should be watching close. These are going to be your competition tomorrow. Adi, best of luck tomorrow. We'll send it back to you guys in the booth. We'll see this guy very soon.
Stu, thank you so much. What excitement down there on the beach. And we have even more excitement in the lineup as we saw Anthony Smyth from South Africa go for a huge floater maneuver off the top, and he was coming back in, just got detonated, snapped his board in 2.
John, I think that board just buckled with the first maneuver.
Okay.
When he did that backhand floater, he just fell really hard. And look at here. He was just, oh no, man, no. The board was perfect. That was just too hard.
That was a rebound off the whitewater there, kind of a step down on the wave. He landed right on top of it going down as that was going up the face, snapped that board right into.
But look at this, 7.77, just landing a huge floater, falling up from the sky. And here's the answer from JP Veaudry. He has to step up his game because the competitor, and because they already have one athlete with a really good score. And here's the answer. So attention, JP Veaudry is trying to build some speed and hit. He needs to work with those nerves so they don't work, against him. So we see right now the commitment of the surfers. Look at this wave from Anthony Smyth, the South African, just charging over there.
And he knew instantly when he came up. That snapped like a toothpick right under his feet.
I saw him. Did you see him free surfing? He was free surfing, and then he just wanted to chase barrels. And, he made it his way into this round because of a barrel. And now maybe he's just sticking to his game.
And here we go again. Here's a look at that. Roberto Pino pulls it, gets a vision, looks for the doggy door exit. That's where you come out.
But he's probably stoked he broke that board because he's surfing this new rental board way better.
Is looking to get on the board. And Anthony Smyth as well. A great dig into that. A one-arm paddler, used his feet. He's looking for a board change.
Should provide, as we see, that was Smyth completing that wave with a great little editor, super solid. As we watch the stance replay of Kenjiro Ito here, nice flow down the line here, goes up for the float, and unfortunately a little too front foot heavy on that, and he goes down. Interesting little high line float entry there for Yellow, as he just gets a 397 on that. Last wave of Adi Klong looks like a 483. He's stoked, but it will not go into his top 2 waves. Pretty cool surfing, actually, watching that in slow-mo. I quite enjoyed that, actually.
I did, too. I like the way he set that up, and he soared 3s to a 6.07. As Anthony Smyth here,
Whoa.
3 minutes remaining, as he trims down the line, just misses that section. He's looking for that board.
For this crew. the winner of the silver medal, representing South Africa, Anthony Ants